Today, I want to take you around to the forest where we plan on putting our dome, our off-grid homestead. I want to give you and myself a look at what it looks like, raw, uncut, untouched. So here we are, the very beginning of the trail. While checking out these woods, I noticed a few things. Taking all the information that my father and other people had given me, these forests, well, they've been through a lot. They've had all the wood taken out of them multiple times. There's been some fires. There's been some garbage dumped here. You know, kind of typical farm foresty things. This side was the ideal side for us, theoretically. Once I started surveying it, we noticed that all the trees were dark, and just the amount of bugs and wet ground and rocks, it was like you're gonna be swept away by a Dementor in there. This side, I mean, you can see the first tree I kind of zoom in on. It's all these beautiful white birch. And the other interesting thing is, it's a lot drier over there. Part of this project is connecting to the spring and eventually using the native springs as our main source of water. There is definitely two springs. One's on this side, one's on this side. This side's super wet. This side's not. I think the spring on this side is a lot higher, and the spring on this side is a lot closer and a lot lower. But it's made the forest very muggy and, you know, kind of created a problem. Well, for us anyway. We're gonna go on this side. So from up here, you can see this is where we're gonna cut the mouth of the opening of our driveway or trail, whatever you want to call it, somewhere along here. Now, there's a lot of things we got to take into consideration. There's, you know, the long-term effects of the road. There's getting it in there. There's rocks, there's trees, there's drainage, there's frost. I mean, it's, you know, there's a lot of things that you got to, you know, think about. So, as a one-man army kind of coming in here, I've done a lot of this work and thinking beforehand. So I have a pretty good idea where we're going to go. It seems to me like it's a good spot. The ditch is already very deep right here. So I can lay some drainage rock, put my culvert in there and cover it up and be able to drive across that pretty quickly. And then it seems the rest of the way into the woods is flat, very few rocks and small trees. So hopefully we won't have any problems with big stumps or anything. Let's take a look. All right, so here we go. I've been trekking through these woods for hours, looking at where the water's flowing, rocks, trees. Another, you know, a big thing to take in consideration, and I found doing this with a lot of work, you get overwhelmed with the work and you got to remind yourself, you know, because I'm my own customer right now, at the end of this, what do I want to see every day? You know, like what do I in my family, like what do we want to see every day? Like what's the result? You can't forget, what are you actually trying to work towards? So I found a spot and then I thought about that for a while, and then I moved around and I just sat with the place for a little bit. And then on my walk out and all around, I've been looking for a way in, and I'm feeling really good actually. This is nice and flat. And take a look. This is soon to be the beginning of the trail. Sorry, the driveway to our house. This is the original pathway. There's the vehicle. And here we go. I got a little stick in the ground. It's hard to see on video, this thing here. This is my little marker. And we're gonna go straight in and slightly up the hill this way. so that we stay behind the dome when it's built. We don't want to see the driveway when we're sitting in there. We want it to kind of be higher than where we're going to go. And also with all the rocks and the way the terrain is, this is going to work just fine.